Hello, welcome to Rob's Hall of Fame. Today we have Lily Dew.
Hello.
And Paul Robalino.
Hey guys.
Now, Lily, you're a brand new cast member.
Yes.
Paul, people know who you are.
You might know who I am if you hang around the Discord. I've appeared in a couple things in the past. Normally, I'm off camera.
Yes.
Helping to produce this show.
Producing, sometimes in sketches and stuff like that.
Sometimes, yeah.
Lily, how many things? Wait, have you already been in the CH podcast before?
The CH podcast was the first thing I
Oh,
filmed.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
But brand new cast member.
Yes. I've been here 1 month now, just about 1 month.
And you've been in not only the College Humor family for 1 month, you've been in the city of Los Angeles for 1 month.
Yep, they pretty much coincide with one another. Yep. That's right.
Wow.
Good to touch on some
Welcome.
New York stuff today we're going to talk about.
Okay. And today, we're switching up the format. Usually when people come on here, it's you guys trying to convince me of who should be in my Hall of Fame. Not this time. Now the tables are on the other foot.
Yeah.
Yep, classic saying. Tables on the other foot.
And I have gone and dug into my own personal Hall of Fame vault and come out with an incredible story that you guys are going to weigh in on. Okay, now, Paul, you have dressed up appropriately.
I wore this, and this is a fun fact Lily knows. I told her before the show. I bought this as part of a sexy Halloween costume.
Interesting.
Which is confusing because it looks like a regular baseball top.
In fact, actually, no, it does not.
You think it looks sexy?
It does not look
Raph,
like a regular.
You either think it looks sexy or regular.
It's not regulation?
It doesn't. It is absolutely not regulation.
Nylon and tight?
I don't know if this was actually a costume or if I bought it separate, like to piece together.
Okay.
A costume.
Yeah.
It was sexy in how I pulled it off. Like it was a little unbuttoned.
Right.
The pants they're very tight. I got a size smaller.
Okay.
Cut off at.
Are baseball players? Is that a sexy thing? Is that like a typically like a? Okay.
Really?
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's like fantasy.
Okay.
What's
All right.
the sexiest sport?
Yeah, I thought basketball.
It was like soccer.
I guess soccer.
I mean,
yeah.
anyone who's like really good at any of these is going to be sexy. But
with basketball, you see the most skin, and like in the 70s, they wore short shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
70s.
baseball's one of the less sexy. They're like always like chewing tobacco and like
yeah,
spitting,
it's gross.
Some of them are not.
Yeah, and they have cups, and they're always adjusting the cups. Like that's not like that's.
He's smiling.
Oh, that's part of it. No, I don't know. I don't know how they behave because I've never watched a baseball.
Right. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
He imagines baseball totally different. He's like.
I think the look of the costume because it's very form fitting. So, but with basketball, you want breathable shorts. You can run around. I don't know.
Yeah, but they used to wear tight ones though.
Yeah, it used to be shorty shorts.
Michael Jordan changed all that. He's got to be in somebody's Hall of Fame.
He's probably. I hope
Never heard of him.
No, he absolutely. Yeah, of course he's in the Hall of Fame. Yes.
Not Raph's.
No, no, he is in mine, but that's too deep. Okay, but you are dressed appropriately.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because today we'll be talking about two pitchers from the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is the year 1973, and these two pitchers performed a dangerous trade. They did a wife swap. Actually, it wasn't a wife swap.
Yeah,
it was a husband.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a husband
it's that
swap,
they keep
yeah.
calling it a wife swap, but it's a husband swap.
One
Yeah.
of them says in the article I read, they preferred to call it a life swap.
Yeah, it was a life swap. They swapped, but it was a husband swap.
Houses and
they swapped,
kids.
yeah, husbands, houses, wives, kids, and dogs.
Yeah.
They each had all of those things.
Pets.
And dogs?
There
were
Yeah,
dogs?
they're pets.
Yeah, and their pets.
So like
yeah.
the wives swapped husbands, but they
swapped lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, their names were or are Mike Kekich, the two pitchers, Mike Kekich and Fritz Peterson. These guys had been roommates on the road. They were like friends.
Yeah.
And First of all, this is 1973. Like today, we've had other stories of stuff like this, but players messing with each other's like families. Like Delonte West allegedly slept with LeBron James's mom. Did you guys hear? Do you know about that?
What?
No.
Delonte West he was at the Cleveland Cavaliers allegedly slept with LeBron James's mom, and everybody was whispering about it. And then what solidified it for me to make me believe it 100% is LeBron played terrible in the next game. He played awful. They were in the playoffs and he just completely tanked. So I totally believe that. But Delonte West, I guess, you guys can't see pictures, but I was gonna show a picture of him to you
Don't
to see
show
if
it,
this
third party.
looks like the type. Yeah, but I
cute?
can't. That's what I was gonna ask.
I
That's what I was gonna ask.
Is he hot?
Okay, everyone Google at home. Everyone Google at home.
But anyway,
Did he wear the mini shorts from the 70s?
No, I highly doubt it. Maybe when they were in the room or wherever it went down together. But anyway, my point is you have situations like that today. But in the 70s, you didn't have that. You had Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher. Allegedly, Derek Fisher slept with Matt Barnes' wife, and he had to drive, like across the country to show up at, Delonte West is not cute.
Our
We're getting.
producer
All right,
is saying
this is breaking news. Delonte West.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Delonte West not cute.
Flash me.
Just for us. Our producer Ebony's off screen. She just confirmed that in her opinion,
Delonte West is not.
He is
cute.
not cute. Allegedly.
This is satisfying for me because I was confused by this. Out of all the players, I felt like you could have went with
maybe he
not.
talks really good game. Like, is he smooth? Like,
I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Good
Right.
with moms, like carrying groceries.
Maybe he's
is he
dope with moms.
respectful?
I know he's younger. He's young, so that might have been part of the appeal. And then you also had Tony Parker and Brent Barry. Tony Parker allegedly slept with Brent Barry's wife, and that's why Eva Longoria. Their divorce, allegedly. But
a lot of cheating.
A lot of cheating.
On and off the
Yes.
court.
But I feel
Yes.
like all that stuff is like these days, like nobody fesses up to it. It's all like rumors.
Right.
As
It's all-
true as it seems, people get divorced or whatever. People
Yep.
are all like, no, my lawyer says I cannot speak to it.
Yeah.
And this was just like two guys being like, we swapped
Very-
lives.
not only the guys, but the wives. Like
Yeah.
they were all for it. But this is just to set the scene. All those things we're privy to now today and we're privy to like sports, like athletes doing drugs or, having crazy sex orgy parties. That's why you become an athlete today.
Yeah.
For the sex
That's
orgy
part of the
parties.
appeal.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page. But back then, in 1973, America was still trying to portray this thing of like a puritanical nation, society.
Wholesome nuclear families.
And baseball was the puritanical, wholesome sport.
All American.
Yeah.
All American
As Paul
sport. Yes.
knows in his sexy
Yeah,
baseball
in this,
uniform.
yeah.
Oh my God, you just tapped into like, what if that's part of my psyche where it's like, I find it hot because it's supposed to be pure.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what it is, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can't get no stains on that. Okay, so George Steinbrenner had just bought the Yankees at that time, and this guy, just to give you a sense of the ideas of that time, he was lecturing the players about who had long hair or not. Like, you all need to like cut your hair. Like, that was the big scandal
Yeah,
of
I
who
see.
was growing their hair too long.
Damn hippies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to keep in mind this is right after all the Woodstock
Yeah, and they're
stuff.
trying to
After 69, yeah.
Yeah, like Vietnam and like that era of stuff. But so that's where they're at now. No long hair. Then these two guys, they have a press conference where they come out. But the way that it started.
I was gonna say, like, why don't you? How did this swap
Tell the
even
story.
come to
Okay.
be? Yeah.
So the way that it started was a reporter for the New York Post set up an interview with one of them. I don't remember if it was Mike Kekich or if it was Fritz Peterson, but he set up an interview
was
with
Peterson.
Okay, he set up an interview with Peterson. Peterson,
Not just an interview, a barbecue.
yeah, he set up an interview that was going to be a barbecue. Peterson asked if he could invite Mike Kekich and his wife Suzanne.
Because they're buds.
Yeah, they're friends. When they traveled on the road together. These two guys were roommates.
Yeah.
So they come to the barbecue. Fritz brings his wife Marilyn, and they're all laughing. They're having a good time. Then afterwards, in the guy's driveway, in the reporter's driveway, the two couples, they're like, "Oh man, we're having such a great time. Let's continue this someplace else." So they're going to drive out, but they look at the cars, and one car they have like people blocked in or whatever. So one of them goes, "Hey, why don't you go drive with the other husband?" And then basically, the different wives were in the opposite husband's
Let's
cars.
go to they were going to a diner.
Yeah, they're going to a diner together, but they switch cars. So,
But I thought it was implied that they knew they were swapping.
I think it started off innocent.
Huh?
I think it started off a little bit more innocent, like
Yeah, it starts off innocent,
Okay.
where they're like, okay, so in the cars, they've switched. So Mike is with Fritz's wife, and then Fritz is with Mike's wife on the way to the diner. In one report of how it goes down, they said that it was on the way to that diner that Mike and Suzanne, Mike and Marilyn branch off. In another report, they say that they met up at the diner together. They had dinner that night. Then Mike and Marilyn left early. Mm-hmm. And then the other couple stayed and had drinks. And then they met up the next morning for breakfast. And everybody was like, "Oh, wow, that was so much fun, blah, blah, blah."
I know, which is an insane story because these days people are like, that is infidelity.
Yeah, but the way that I think of it, the way that I imagine that it went down, this is not factual, but the way that I imagine that it went down is that they had been talking about it, they had been joking about it earlier. Mm-hmm. Either like the two players when they were like roommates on the road, they were joking to each other like, "Oh yeah, what if your wife was with me? Oh God, that'd be crazy, right?" And then I think they joked about it more in the cars.
Yeah.
And then at that point, they probably were like, "Yeah, this is gonna happen."
I think it had said that they had like joked around about it before, or like, but I think also at that time period, like swinging was like the big thing, was like the height of like sexual exploration. It was like
and fondue.
That and fondue. You have some fondue, you get horny.
Because fondue, think about it, all the cheese mixing.
Or chocolate. It could have been chocolate fondue.
Or chocolate. Sooner or later, you don't know what part of it is what cheese.
Yeah.
All
I
one.
think it's gross,
keys are in
actually.
whose fondue.
I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, I love it.
That's key party.
Key parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, key parties too. But like you wouldn't see that on TV. You know what I mean? Like
there was a
all
key
that
party
stuff,
in the Grinch movie starring Jim Carrey.
What? Excuse me.
If you rewatch it now as an adult, there's a scene where he's peeping into a party window and they're all like, "Put the keys in a bowl," and as a kid you don't notice, but
what?
What's that about? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be a misdirect of like you think it's supposed to be presents?
No. I think it's for like the adults watching. It's like, haha, my kids won't get that joke, but I know what's going on.
This feels like a Mandela effect thing. I do not remember this.
I saw it.
No, you're saying you saw it recently.
I saw it recently. I rewatched it and then I was like, whoa, I didn't notice that when I was little.
Right.
Wow.
Well, Shrek has a lot of like sex jokes in it too.
Yeah.
I remember that from that movie. A lot of jokes went over my head, but my parents were laughing their asses off.
They're like, this Shrek, he's so horny. I love this green goblin.
Let's bring you to the sequel. The way I imagine this is like they genuinely were probably being goofy about you bring your wife to the diner, you bring my wife, I'll bring your wife to the diner.
Yeah.
And then they just found that they really enjoyed each other's company. And I don't think they tried anything funny that first night. I don't think they did.
That could be too, because it's the thing of like, if you're with somebody for a long time and then you're at a party, you're not necessarily talking to them the whole, obviously you're not talking to them the whole time. And so, sometimes it's fun to get like a new like energy or whatever.
Wait,
you know what I mean?
Did we read the same article? I'm like, wait.
I read multiple articles.
Okay, I read the one, but they were like, they showed up the next morning after the diner at breakfast at 7 a.m. I'm like,
oh, I didn't see that part.
Well, that's what I mean. Like different reports say different things.
Yeah.
So that one account was that they, that's what happened. And then there was another account where they had their dinner at the diner, and then one of the couples left early. and then the other couple left or stayed, had drinks, and then they met up the next morning.
And they said they kept
breakfast.
doing it some more.
Yeah, and then they kept doing
and
it
they
more.
liked it.
And then they were like,
more.
and then we fell in love with each
And then they
other's
fell in love.
respective wives.
Yeah, but I think that, I don't know. I kind of think, because there was also another account where I guess this reporter was really close to one of the couples.
Was it the same one who had the barbecue?
Yeah, the same reporter who had the barbecue was apparently pretty close to one of the couples, because his wife was talking to one of the other wives, and they were having a conversation of, how often do you have sex and like stuff like that, and like picking up on different things.
Yeah, the perfect barbecue conversation.
No, this was before the barbecue, even before the barbecue happened.
Was it like
yeah.
little signs that their respective marriages like weren't going?
Yes,
great?
I think there. Well, yeah, yes, I think there were a little bit. Even though I think it was Mike Kekich was saying, is quoted as saying, "Oh, we had a good marriage, but I just wanted a great marriage." I just kind of don't buy that so much.
Yeah.
Because he had 2 daughters.
I know. And well, one of the couples afterwards stayed together. Can I say
They're
that?
still together
Yes.
to this
One of them
day.
stayed together and one split up shortly after.
Yes, Fritz Peterson is still married to Mike
this
Kekich's
day.
ex-wife, Suzanne. Yeah, they're like in their 70s. As with any trade, there were winners and there were losers. And Fritz definitely came out the winner. Mike Kekich came out the loser. But it started out Mike Kekich being the one, because by all accounts, he was the one that left. He was a part of the couple that left early, or
Yeah.
that either left early or didn't show up at the diner at all.
Yeah.
So it seems like he was the one who, I don't know, acted first. But
It seemed pretty mutual. I mean,
it absolutely was mutual.
yeah. Imagine bringing it up though. Like if you weren't sure if your friend felt the same way. Like,
Yeah.
how did they initially?
It's one of
like,
those things, yeah, it's like once you throw it out there, there's no
you-
taking it back.
Yeah.
This is kind of crazy. I don't know.
So I'm like, if I had to swap partners with any of my friends permanently.
But that's why I think it might have come. There's a chance that it came from the wives first. There's no way that I could bring
everyone
that up,
involved probably.
we won't know until the movie adaptation starring Ben
which
Affleck
might never happen.
It's been on pause since 2011.
and Matt
guys.
Damon. They optioned it.
You're right, but Mike Kekich does not want it to happen.
Yeah.
I guess he's been in hiding or whatever. Poor guy. I mean, lost absolutely everything. Because apart from his personal life of switching families and being the loser in this husband swap or this life trade, career-wise,
He got traded.
He got traded to the Indians, and then while he was on the Indians, so now he's away from New York and just totally away from his family.
Wait, was he still with his new wife at the time? Or
No, they broke up like 2 weeks after.
after
Yeah,
the
yeah.
press conference,
Yeah.
Damn.
They broke up like 2
That's
weeks after.
soon?
you gotta figure your shit out before a press conference.
Yeah. Well, I think they thought they did have it figured out. But afterwards, he gets traded to Cleveland now, and now he's really alone. Then the team is unhappy with his performance, and they just drop him for guess who?
For
Barry
For
Bonds.
free? No, yeah, for Barry Bonds. That's good.
I only know like 3 baseball players'
Yeah,
names, so I
that
gotta
was
use them.
the one.
might as well. It's worth a guess. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, because we've been talking about Barry Bonds so much. No, they dumped him for Fritz Peterson, his friend that is still married to his ex-wife.
That is brutal.
And then this guy had to go to play in the
D leagues?
in Japan, not even the D leagues. He had to go play in Japan, whatever league in a Japanese
J
baseball
leagues.
league.
Maybe he found
but-
love there.
Huh?
Maybe he found love there.
No.
no,
that
history
did not
shows he's
happen.
still single.
Did
He's
not-
looking.
This is Googleable. Yes,
Yeah.
he is very available. But yeah, just the most brutal. This thing started out as like
sucks.
fun and sexy, and
Yeah.
ooh, I'm getting one over on everybody.
on
Does that not fit?
society.
Yeah.
rules.
Like I
That's
don't
why
have
you
to
should
conform.
think before you swing.
But
I
I
guess.
think it might not be fair to say like, oh, he lost like his wife and family because he willingly gave those things up. Like to him, like
But he lost the new one.
And then also,
he lost
and then
everything.
also there was stuff that was like afterwards he regretted it, and
Right.
his parents were upset with
He
him.
did regret, and he said that somewhere inside of him, I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, somewhere inside, I want to kill Fritz. Yeah, this is a quote that you could look up.
Gosh.
But yeah, he was like, somewhere inside, I want to kill this guy. And Marilyn, who was married to Fritz originally.
Yeah, how's she doing?
She was trying to get back with him. She was trying to get back with her ex-husband.
So this is one of those things where so it seems like Fritz and Kekich's wife or the other guy's wife actually fell in love and then convinced the other people to be like, you guys are in love too. Right? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like how when someone wants to open up the relationship, they're always like, you also want to do this. And you're like, I guess.
Yeah.
You're like, I guess I'm in love with your friend. Sure.
Yeah. And you know what? They were drawn to the puritanical aspect of it.
It traps us all. Imagine, put yourself in the position of the kids of this family.
Oh, I don't want to.
Are they doing okay?
Real.
I'm always concerned.
I don't know. I don't know. I tried
Wikipedia their kids.
I tried to, but
imagine being sat down by your parents, and I mean, it's already hard when I imagine like getting a talk like your parents are splitting up.
Yeah.
But if it's like something as
are your parents still
this,
together?
Yeah.
Mine too.
Mine too.
This is crazy.
That's rare.
This is kismet.
Right. Yeah.
This was meant to happen.
Wow.
We're all so fortunate.
Okay, but Kate, what were you saying?
But if your parents were like, not only are we splitting up, but you know, my pal who's always hanging around because we're best buds, he's gonna be your new daddy.
Yeah, that was.
Well, I don't know. I think
you have to say it like
daddy. You probably don't want to use the word daddy.
I'm imagining these were young. These kids were young.
Go sit on daddy's lap. I think it depends on how old the kid is, because I feel like when you're so young, you don't have that much attachment, and you're just like I always wanted
attachment to your parents.
You have even more.
I think you have more.
No, like I remember, like I used to think like uncles or like some of my parents' friends were so much more fun, and you have that thing where you're like, I wish I lived with my uncle all year round or whatever.
You know what? I this is a big admission for me.
Confession, breaking.
This is a big confession. But I used to fantasize about being an orphan. Not that I never fantasized about like my parents actually. Like what it would take for me to be
alternate
an orphan.
Universe, like alternate universe.
Alternate universe.
Fantasize is such a strong word.
But I didn't think about what it would take for me to be an orphan.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I know it makes sense.
But what would you imagine, like yourself in an orphanage?
I would imagine myself as Oliver, basically. So I was British. and I wanted porridge. But did you think about
all the bad stuff that comes along? Did you think you would have like a positive ending?
My thing was I could do it. That's literally what my thing was.
Look at the hero of any story; they're an orphan. I can see it. Harry Potter's an orphan. Any Disney
Batman, I love Batman.
Little Orphan Annie. Yeah, it's a lot of false
stories. The
stories.
Joker trailer came out today. Holy cow!
Someone's an orphan in it.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
Any Disney character, like they have a dead mom.
Yeah, we're really romanticizing orphans in movies. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway,
so
I get what your thing is of not having like a huge attachment.
Yeah, if someone was like, "Hey, this like cool guy who's not your dad telling you what to do is gonna come be your new dad," and you're young enough, you're like, "Wee!"
Right. Yeah.
Lily, you're in a relationship, is that correct?
Yes.
So imagine you're in a relationship with someone else, and your current partner was your friend's boyfriend. And then your friend was like, should we swap? You'd be like, would you want to swap? Because to get this...
It depends
Why'd you put this on me? Raph is in a relationship.
Are you?
I am also, but
Breaking.
I'm saying...
I didn't know that.
But I'm saying, but we're not gonna take. We'll say if I'm in a hypothetical relationship. I'm in a hypothetical relationship right now.
I guess the question under my question was like,
there is a situation where
like your ideal partner is there.
Yes,
and you want that.
Are you cocking a shotgun?
No, it's a swap. Take this, I take that kind of thing.
Take that.
Take that.
Take it.
Take this, take that. There's absolutely a situation where that would be.
I'm trying to get inside the brain of this.
Where I would be down for that, for sure. Of course. Yeah. Absolutely.
Me
100%.
too.
I think
You don't think so?
I think it depends on the partners and their
That's what I'm saying.
relationships with
Yeah, that's what I'm
fidelity and
saying.
infidelity and
There's a
boundaries.
perfect storm where that could happen.
Yeah.
I could easily see it.
Yeah, but I also
Yeah, absolutely. Sign me up.
I was trying to do it today. That's why you chose this article.
Oh.
I'm just saying, we all have our parents together. We all wanted to be orphans. We have a lot in common. We all
had this
baseball.
traditional
We're all
upbringing.
named Raph. We're all named Raphael.
We want to swap. Do you want to swap boyfriends for ever? No, just kidding.
You haven't even met him.
I know, but mine is really good. So
Okay, mine
offers
is
on the
good.
table.
All right, we'll swap these.
That's, yeah.
You want to get in on this?
That's so progressive. Swapping one gay partner for one straight partner. Or we're straight up changing sexual
you take
orientation.
mine. We'll do like one of those. You take mine. You take.
We'll do like a lazy Susan of partner.
Yeah.
Man, I need to get on y'all's level.
Yeah. And then we'll give a press conference about it.
Yeah, then we'll give a College Humor press conference about it.
Obviously. But yeah, so yeah, and then the press conference happens. And yeah, just all of America is shook. That not only did it happen in baseball, but it happened to America's beloved New York Yankees.
Right.
Yankees.
Yeah. Take that.
Right.
Red
The
Sox.
most American of all teams. I mean, you think baseball, you think Yankees. Come on.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I don't
Sadly.
think baseball. so.
Unfortunately. Or you think sexy. Satin.
Or you think sexy.
This
yeah.
isn't satin.
Polyester.
Oh, is it polyester?
Polyamorous.
It's polyester.
It's polyamorous polyester.
Polyamorous.
So what you guys think of that?
I mean, we've been saying our thoughts all along.
Yeah. I feel conflicted.
Is this not a Hall of Fame story?
Oh, certainly.
Oh,
yeah.
certainly.
It's
Hall of
already
Fame,
in your
yes.
Hall of Fame.
It is in my Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I need
This was a wild tale.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have been a part of this discussion.
Yeah, now I have to go home and reevaluate some things about my relationship.
No. Oh, Jesus. No, don't do that. No, Lily, no. Lily, stay with us.
Do you think the movie's going to happen?
No, I don't think so. It's been a very long time, and Mike Kekich does not want it to happen. And those two guys, Ben Affleck and
They're
Matt Damon, they have
busy.
other things. Yeah, like
They're
I
busy,
would.
but
I would
don't
put
they
it.
want to fuck each other's wives?
What? What are you saying?
You do
Are
it
you
in the
saying in
movies. You
real
do
life?
it in real life.
That's true.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
No,
If Matt Damon and Ben
yeah.
Affleck, but I don't think they're going to be starring in it.
Oh,
I think
they're too old
originally.
now.
Yeah, I think originally they were going to, but yeah, I don't think they'd be
I
starring in
see.
it now.
Oh, it would be so fun to have them in a movie together again. I love
Reunited.
Good Will Hunting.
It's a good movie.
I miss those guys together,
Oh,
hanging
my.
out, making
Wowza.
movies, trading wives. I also do feel at like a certain level. I think the thing about the Yankees and the baseball, I think they're in such a weird world where it's like they're on the road all the time. They're making a ton of money for that time period. It's not a normal life that they're living. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I feel like celeb best friends could do something like that. They're
You're
just
right.
living in an alternate reality.
You're right. And to that point, this was said on a previous episode, but they're pitchers also. And pitchers tend to be more eccentric. Pitchers, a normal baseball, if you're a first baseman, you play in every game. Pitchers play every 5 games. They play once like every 5 games if you're a starter. So that is also not a normal job, and you're getting paid the same amount, if not more.
That's a crazy job. I didn't know that.
And you're mostly resting. You're mostly sitting for
Resting
all of
your arm.
Yeah, you're mostly resting for that
Damn.
whole time.
Sometimes I look around and I'm like, this is a crazy job that I get to do this, but that's a crazy job.
That's a real good job.
Yeah.
And if you're a closer, you might not pitch in every game, but even if you do, you probably pitch half an inning. You know what I mean? You go out there for 3 outs. That's it.
That sounds easy as hell. Where do I sign up?
Yeah.
Well,
You just throw something every now and then?
I don't mean to say that it's super easy.
We've
I
got
don't mean to
arms,
say
right?
no. You
We've got
can't do
arms,
this.
right?
You
No, Paul, we need you here.
Throw something
No,
every now.
Paul, we need you here. You gotta stay here. I know
You
you already
say
got
this like
the
he has
uniform.
options, like he's about to get signed.
Yeah, call me. I'll do it.
No, but I think, but in that case, the pressure's on you because you only come in at the end of the game, so you're usually either losing or in a very tight situation, and you have no room to make a mistake.
Yeah, and that'll make you
can't
go crazy.
warm up.
That'll make you go crazy.
Yeah, and then you're like, ooh,
You want to fuck your best friend's wife.
exactly, exactly. Okay. That's a wrap.
Tremendous.
Yeah. That
All right,
was
on the
tremendous.
count
All
of
right.
3, name your best friend whose wife you'd want to steal. All right.
On the count of 3,
boys?
all at the
Yeah.
same time?
Yeah,
1,
let's do it. Say
2,
3.
3.
Paul Robalino.
Raphael, just A.
And mine was Lily Do.
It worked out.
The lazy Susan's now going the other way.
Yeah, reverse.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. This was Lily Do. This was Paul Robalino. I was Raphael Chastain.
And wait,
Yes.
we gotta plug Dropout. Did you already do that at the top of the show?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Producer here to keep you on track.
What are you doing? What are you doing
What are
right
you
now?
doing? Still watching or listening to this?
Why are you still watching this on CH2? Have you not heard of Dropout before?
Head on down.
Head on down.
Down.
Please go to Dropout.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got tons of fun shows, podcasts,
Yeah.
anything you can imagine. It's on there. There's a Discord channel just for Raph's opinions.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you haven't updated in a while. You got to go make a little posty in there
Yeah.
right
Oh,
after this.
Time consuming. Okay. Tang gang, we out. Hi, I'm Raphael. And if you like that video, subscribe to Dropout, where you can chat with the cast in the exclusive Dropout Discord. And that is a Chastain promise, which is almost as good as a real promise.